Thank you. All right. Welcome to the Molo360 podcast. I'm Molo, and this is Keith Rankin.
Hello.
Tell me about yourself again. I hope
So
you can
everything
hear me now.
can chat hear everything?
Now mic work. Yeah, I know. I fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, I am Keith Rankin. I make music as Giant Claw and am part of Death Dynamic Shroud. I co-run Orange Milk Records and am a visual artist. So there you go.
Awesome. Yeah. How much, because I know you work with someone else on Orange Milk, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. My
Yeah.
partner is Seth Graham with Orange Milk, yeah.
How much do you do? Like, what's your part in it?
We kind of switch back and forth on some things. Like, there's a lot of shipping involved. So it's like every 6 months or a year we'll switch back and forth with the shipping. And aside from that, I mean, we both kind of just deal with artists. Like, I feel like we both have certain artists that we are the main point of contact with. So we're both just like dealing with artists, and we both have started doing art for the label. So it's just a pretty even split, I'd say.
Awesome. Is that how it is, like, also with like DDS, like an even split? I know you came on the project later on, but now.
Yeah, I feel like I do probably significantly less than Tech and James with Death Dynamic Shroud. But because I don't play live with them, which I think they've been like pushing in the last few years. Just because for me it reached a point maybe last year where I was like, I really don't want to play live much anymore, because it was just like a huge point of stress in my life, I guess. So I told them, I was like, I will be involved with DDS in any way, like any capacity other than performing live, basically.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's what?
That's fine.
No, that's fine.
Oh my god, I found your YouTube, and you have like a performance on your YouTube channel where you're like, it's a live set. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of live shows with Giant Claw. Like, I mean, when me and James recorded I'll Try Living Like This, like, I was on tour with Giant Claw. And I used to like try to make money from that. Like, that was a huge part of my life, was touring and stuff. But it's just, some people love it. Like, some people love to go out and be a different place every night, and just like live that life. But for me, it took a long time to be like, no, this is not really what I want to do or how I want to spend my life, basically.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
No.
I hear, I've talked to a few artists being like, I like just producing music and putting it out there. I don't really want to do the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
understand that.
Would it stress you out? Like, you think you'd be fit for touring and going around everywhere?
No. I don't want to do that. No, that would give me anxiety. Yeah, I have a bit of social anxiety. I'm kind of have you ever heard the term ambivert?
What is it? What is it again?
Ambivert? Where you're half extrovert, half introvert.
Oh, okay.
I'm that.
I feel you. I think I'm probably that too. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty good. Like, I can communicate pretty well one-on-one, but as soon as there's like 4 or more people in a group, like I kind of shut down a little bit and don't operate as well in that setting.
Yeah, same. Same. If I don't know anyone, like if I don't have someone who I know, I'm not as extroverted. Like when I have my friend with me, like a friend with me, I can go up to people and be like, "Hi, what's up?" But if I'm alone, I'm like, "Oh, please don't talk to me. Don't stare at me." Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that personality type, like in the context of like a tour, is
Yeah.
like there's a lot of days I would find myself just like, in like Kansas or something, just like in the Midwest at some like shitty bar, just like by myself with these group of like college students who put the show on and just like trying to socialize or trying to talk to these strangers, and I don't know, it was it was crazy.
Yeah, I bet. I was wondering, talking about Giant Claw and stuff, how did you come up with the name Giant Claw?
Oh damn, I can't even remember. That was like that was a long time ago. I think it was just one of those. I thought it was just going to be a one-off project. So I think I just had a list of like potential. I always have like a list of potential like themes or track names or project names, and I think I just pulled it off of there without thinking too much, and then it turned into like a more consistent project, and I just was kind of stuck with it. I mean, when you think about like artist names or like performance names, it's like they're all ridiculous to varying degrees. Do you know what I mean? So I just figured, just let it stay that. It's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait.
So
And Rayleigh says, Keith, in 15 minutes, do you believe in God?
Oh.
We can go there.
Do you? Wait, should we go there?
Yeah, are you religious?
No. I used to be. There are religious books all behind me. If people zoomed in, they would read God something, because my dad's a theologian.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I was going to ask about all those books you have behind you.
Yeah. Are
It's
you
like
are you religious?
No, I'm not religious, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even grow up religious. Like, I know a lot of people who grew up in a religious home, and I feel like it kind of fucks you up in certain ways. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would agree with that. I went to private Catholic school my entire life, and I felt brainwashed. I don't know.
How so?
Like, just like they preach like, oh, we should love everybody, but gay is bad. Gay is very bad. They're going to hell, and you have to change them. But we love and accept everybody, and it's like, okay.
So they would get on some like anti-gay propaganda like in school.
Yeah, honestly, it was talked about. I had one teacher though, one religion teacher, who was like, it's okay. I was like, holy shit, that was my favorite religion teacher ever, because he was open to the ideas. But everyone else was like, no, that's a sin, and that it was, yeah, they did open about that.
So the teacher you liked was like,
open.
Being gay is okay, or being different's okay.
Yeah, and there was a huge argument in class about it, and that he brought up, and all the kids were like, I'm talking too much about myself. But yeah, all the kids were like, arguing with him, being like, nuh-uh. Like,
well, like, how old were they? Like 12 years old and stuff?
Well, this was in high school. So
that's like 14,
15, 16.
15.
I think it was like 16 because I think it was my junior year of high school. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the like. I feel like when you're that age and you get like you get a little bit of like knowledge or something, it's like it goes right to your head, and it's like you kind of feel like you're the most powerful, knowledgeable person in the world or something.
Yeah, I met flat earthers in my school.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah, it was interesting. Well,
What made you
anyways.
like? What? Just one more thing. What
One
like
thing.
what? Because I'm curious. Like I've asked other people this about the whole thing, but like the point where you were like, no, fuck this. Like I'm getting out of this. Like the religious world, basically.
Oh, the point? Okay. This is gonna sound stupid, but My Chemical Romance. I'm not kidding. I started listening to My Chemical Romance my junior year, and I don't know, I felt like beforehand I just wanted to listen to whatever was on the radio, and then like I listened to My Chemical Romance and I was like, no, I want to listen to music like this, and I started wearing black and I started changing. And also, not just My Chemical Romance, my sister was crazy, still is, but she's
Like,
the
you mean,
amazing
like,
kind.
super religious, you mean?
No, like not. She was the black sheep of the family. And
Oh, okay.
she had been with girls, she had been with guys. My parents hated her at the time. But I mean, not hate, that's a strong word, but yeah. So like at my junior year was the switch for me. I was like, you know what is wrong with this? Like, that's when I started thinking, like, this is not okay. What is being taught is not okay. It's not, we're not loving everyone. And it's a lie. Everyone's fed a lie. But yeah.
Yeah, that's intense. Like, I always just wonder how many, like, what percentage of Americans are like in that world, basically.
Yeah, a lot. 74 million.
You say 4 million?
I said 74 million.
Exactly that amount.
I mean, in America, sorry, not. Next question. Okay. So soft channel, deep thoughts, dark web, they all share this thing where you don't have song names. You have like soft channel 001, soft channel 002. Why is that?
I think because I just made the songs like as kind of like as a whole, like a large piece, I guess you'd say. I don't know. It's with song names, it's always been kind of intuitive. Like I just go with, or I just don't question it too much. It just felt like each piece was tied to the others in such a way that I just decided to name them all the same thing. But the album I just finished is different. I actually made individual song titles. So
You just made a new album?
Yeah, I just finished one like a month ago or something.
Oh my god, when will we see it and hear it?
This year sometime, yeah.
Awesome. Amazing.
Maybe like the middle of the year. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to see how long like all the vinyl pressing takes and all that stuff. I feel like everything's massively delayed because of COVID, and yeah, that kind of like fucked everything up. But yeah, sometime this year.
Yeah. What is grotesque
I'm looking at the
porn?
chat. Grotesque porn 1 and 2.
Oh, this is. I think I'm gonna read this out loud. What Skeleton Lipstick is saying. Skeleton Lipstick says, "That's why my parents held on to, but not really big into the dogma. We didn't go to mass every Sunday or anything or talk about it much, but if you said I don't think this is real, it would be like, hey now, you show some respect, sort of attitude. But yeah, that's mostly it. Keith, what's your composition process like? How do you exactly start one of your tracks? Does it begin with a synth texture you like, and do you build out from there, or do you plan everything carefully?" And he misses you. It's a good question.
Should we tackle the first one about religion first, or the second one?
We're done with religion tonight.
Okay. First, hi Chris. Let's see. My composition process. When I was younger, I would play the piano a lot, and that's how everything would start. Like, I was in an old band that was like a prog rock, like video game music sounding band.
Hell yeah.
when I was young, and so that was all like keyboard and synth, and I got really into just like composing on the keyboard and that whole side of things. And then when I started Giant Claw, it was kind of like I've had enough of just laboring over the composition. So I need to improvise more. Just like, there's like a whole other world of music of improvised music out there, and I need to like give more myself to that. So so a lot of like the early Giant Claw stuff was I would start with texture first, like sound first, and then would think about the like more traditional melodic harmonic musical stuff second. But over the years it's kind of reverted back. Like the most recent album that hasn't come out yet, it pretty much all started on the keyboard again. So trying to do more composition again. And yeah, it's a lot of intense work, just like laboring over every second of music. It's kind of intense.
I have a question. You're a visual artist as well. What do you prefer, visual art or music productions?
Right now I think music. It's like I just get burnt out on one or the other. Like the last 2 years I feel like I spent doing a lot of visual art because I was that's how I was like making a living. So it was like I just need to do this a lot and able to pay rent and stuff. But like this last year I got a few bigger commissions, which essentially let me like take a month off of accepting, lower paying jobs. And I realized like, I've just been in Photoshop nonstop for like 2 years, and I miss making music, and I want to make more music. Yeah, I think I'm better at making music.
Really? What?
Yeah. With visual art, like I have a skill set that is somewhat limited. It's like I can do one thing pretty good, but yeah. And yeah, so it's like when you have those limitations, it can kind of feel like you're doing the same thing over and over a little bit. Whereas music, I feel a little bit more free to kind of do whatever I want, I guess, within some limits. But yeah.
What would you like to experiment with in music that you haven't already?
I would love to do just maybe like a full-on pop album would be fun.
Yeah.
That
would be cool.
Yeah, what would you like to hear?
I mean, anything, honestly. Like, I'm pretty open. I mean, I want to hear, like, personally, from anywhere. I want to see, like, rock be more incorporated into electronic.
You want to see, like, My Chemical Romance more incorporated?
Yeah. I'm dumb. Anyway.
What? No. I mean, I feel like rock stuff is getting more and more incorporated into some electronic stuff. Like
like hyperpop kind of incorporates it a little.
Yeah. Like and even like the Ease Tumor album. Did you hear that one? It was like they used to do pretty out there, like electronic leaning stuff, but then the most recent album was like pretty full on like rock, indie rock. I don't know. I've also heard like nu metal creeping into some electronic music.
Hell yeah. Honestly, we talked about Ariana Grande before. Would you like to make like music with Ariana Grande?
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I mean, pop music like that is tough. Like, I feel like it's just as difficult to make a really, really good chorus as it is to like do anything else in music almost. So it's kind of like each like style is kind of just like its own muscle you kind of have to flex. For me, it'd be the challenge would be like reining myself in to make like Ariana Grande type pop music, because I always want to go like when you're making music, you're listening to the same track over and over again, and for me, it's like I get bored quickly, and then each time I sit down, it's like, oh, I need to do something else to spark my own interest again. And like a month later, it's just like a crazy, complicated piece. So to like rein that in a little bit would be my challenge, I think. But
that'd be so cool.
But yeah, it'd be fun to work with a vocalist like Ariana Grande or whoever.
Yeah. What do you get out of visual art that you don't get out of music, and vice versa? What do you get out of music? Well, I think you kind of answered that, but still.
Yeah. I think people, to generalize a little bit, I think people have an easier time like ingesting visual art. Like it's harder to offend, or maybe offend is not the right word, but like people are just more accepting of visual art. It's like, even look at commercials and stuff, it's like even like 90s commercials, just like a surrealist film is like fully integrated into like corporate media essentially. Whereas with music, it's like a dissonant sound can still physically like affect someone's ears and offend people in that way. So I feel like it takes more from the listener to like absorb and kind of appreciate music than it does with a lot of visual art. Geez, I've kind of forgot what I was even saying or like where that was even going, but
It's okay. I think we understand, like, you, with, you, like, basically what you said was, like, visual art is easier to digest for people and easier to get out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's, I don't know, am I being too general with that, or like, what do you think?
I mean, if you want, what do you think? Like,
Like, can you think of an example of like a visual art piece that would like, I don't know, like shock you, I guess?
um, grotesque porn.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Like violent stuff, porn, like sexual stuff. Yeah. That stuff is still taboo.
I'm sorry, I have to text my mom to open the door for my cat so I don't get up because I don't have pants that are suitable for the stream.
Oh my! You didn't even put pants on for the stream?
This is how I do it. I get dressed from the waist up. Everything else is
Too
and
much.
my cat is so loud right now.
Let me looking at the chat here. The Banksy that got shredded at auction. Yeah, that's. Did you see that? It was like, or what was that? He made a piece and then like destroyed it at the auction.
What's a Banksy?
Banksy is. They're like that artist in the UK who did like graffiti, like stencil spray paint stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Oh,
but they're like massively popular.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask, what like piece of work, like a movie or show or anything that inspires you a lot or has? And who?
I actually I just finished this book called The Three Body Problem. It's like a sci-fi book that was kind of, the ending was like kind of inspiring. It was just like crazy sci-fi concept. I don't know, there's so much. When I was young, like Evangelion, the anime, was like a huge mind-blowing influence on my like 16-year-old brain.
I watched some of that. Yeah.
You did you not finish
it? I haven't finished it. I'm so bad. Like I have started so many animes in my lifetime and have not finished. So I'm watching basically multiple animes at once. And eventually I'll finish one.
What are you watching now?
I'm watching so many because there's also animes that are coming out weekly that I'm also watching right now.
I can't do I have to wait till it's done and then
go all the way. Is it annoying? Yeah. What's your favorite anime of all time?
Probably Evangelion. I mean, I feel like I've been chasing the feeling that gave me when I was a teenager, which is probably like a foolish endeavor. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because when you're that age, it's just like things hit you different. Like, it's kind of like everything is just more raw. Like, it's just more intense stimulus. So yeah, like at that age, like I was really into the 90s Berserk anime and like Boogie Pop Phantom, Lane, like all those classic 90s animes were just kind of like hitting me all at once. And so I feel like that era is like closest to my heart. Um, but yeah, Evangelion is. I haven't watched it in like years, like 10 years maybe, for so long. I'm kind of worried that I won't. Like, I just won't like it as much as I used to.
Well, that's what sucks, is like when you see something or read something that you adore, you always wish that it could be the first time again.
Yeah, the first time is like a beautiful thing that can never be captured. But I mean, that's. I've gotten more okay with that over the years. Like, now I'll listen to albums and just have like I did this with like an Arca album, I think, where it was just like the first listen was I was just in the right mood, in the right setting, and it like hit me just like really good. And I was like, that first listen was amazing, and I recognized that if I listen to it again, it's just not gonna be the same, and like kind of had to be okay with that.
Yeah, I understand.
You never answered what you were watching though.
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen, Promised Neverland.
So you haven't finished Promised Neverland?
I finished the first season, but the second season is currently streaming once a week.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I've seen Paprika. That's a good anime. I've also seen Perfect Blue. That one's so good.
Yeah, Paprika is awesome. I love the music in those too.
Yeah.
Perfect Blue. I haven't even thought about that one in so long.
So fucking good. I literally had to watch it twice because, like, once everything clicked, I was like, I have to watch this again. I have to see this again. And yeah, I had to analyze.
I feel like Perfect Blue felt like kind of American to me. Like, it was.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, like it felt like a Hollywood movie. I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just I'm just having a thought about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to watch that again.
Yeah.
Is like, have you been into anime heavily recently, or is that?
Oh my god, no! Like,
it's been going on for a while.
Yeah, freshman year of high school is when I first watched my first anime ever.
What was your first one?
Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket?
It was on Netflix at the time. Yeah. It's like, oh my god, so cute! So wholesome!
God, do you want to hear something that, like, is going to make me seem really old, but, like, when I first got into anime, like, I was on some forum, and I would buy bootleg VHS from just some random forum member, because, like, it was, like, before anything was available widely in the United States, so, like, I got the Berserk show, like, on just bootleg VHS, and it's crazy. It's so different now.
Yeah, now everything's on Kiss Anime. Bootleg Kiss Anime, not VHS. I don't know.
It's Kiss Anime, like Go-Go Anime.
Yeah,
there's a lot of. Like,
they've taken down those sites so many times, but they keep coming back because it's like $1 billion like thing. Like, those sites make hella money, and they're just giving.
Didn't Crunchyroll used to be like that, and then they turned legit or something?
I have no idea about Crunchyroll, but I don't know. Crunchyroll's good because if you don't want to spend like a lot of money to buy the anime, right? You are still supporting the industry, by paying for that. So yeah,
I've heard, like, I think definitely there's less and less money in the anime industry.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at a movie like Akira, um, like the amount of money that went into it is kind of insane. I should look up the budget real quick. I'm looking it up.
I recently watched Akira and I forced Nrail to watch it. I was like, you're gonna watch this. Because if you like electronic music, like Akira is like yeah.
How much is what does 1 billion yen translate to?
Fuck. Like $1 million USD?
Yeah. So it was $9 million. I guess by like Marvel movie standards, that's not that much, but still a lot of money. And I mean, you can see it in the movie. Like, it looks incredible, yeah.
But it's like really sad, the anime industry, like they are known for not paying their workers what they deserve, and the workers like working like themselves to death basically, and they're not getting money, and it's really sad. If you look into the anime industry in Japan, it's really, really sad.
Yeah, I mean, there's even like anime about that issue, like about like overworking, like what's that one show, like Shirobako or something like that? It's yeah, it's just like about the intense overworking of all the studios, and it is kind of sad because I feel like you can kind of see it in a lot of newer shows where it's just
they're not as good.
Yeah, like I can feel the pain of the creators.
Yeah.
And not in a good way, but just like the struggle, the like servitude of the studio workers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but
yeah, no, of course. And like, okay, so the show that I'm watching now, Jujutsu Kaisen, they took like a couple weeks break, and people were like, what the hell? Why? Like, we want more episodes. And people were angry, and it's like, no, don't be angry. This is a company taking care of their workers. This is a happy thing, because you don't see that often.
Yeah, like, give them time.
Yeah.
Like, art takes time, usually. I don't know. Yeah. That show's like is that like a shonen battle
like
show?
Naruto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen Naruto? I've never seen Naruto.
I watched up to like season 6, and I was like, this is boring. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It was interesting up for a while, and I was like hooked. And I watched a whole season where there was no point in any of the episodes.
Just pure filler.
Pure filler. I was like, I'm done. I put it down.
Yeah, I started watching, is it like Hunter x Hunter? Have you heard of that one?
I started that one too, and I haven't finished it.
Yeah, because people were like, this is like godly, like god tier anime. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. And
yeah,
I got like 3 seasons in, and like, it was pretty good, but
yeah,
it wasn't like, it just wasn't good enough. Like, I don't want to invest like 30 hours into something before it starts to like get to me. Do you know what I mean?
I got up to the 100 Tower season. That shit was so boring.
Same. That's where I stopped.
Yeah, I was
same here.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, apparently the like season after that, or maybe 2 after that, is like is god tier. But
yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to have to trudge through like 10 seasons to get to the See, I would, when I was like 12 or 13, like I would have gladly. But the older you get, the more precious
your time is. Yeah. Yeah, and like fucking One Piece, everyone's like, oh, this is so amazing, but there's 1,000 episodes and it's still going. It's
Yeah,
still going.
I've never tried One Piece.
And apparently you could look up like what episodes to skip, and it's like, what's the point? Cool.
And Riley says all TV shows only need 4 characters at max.
I don't know.
I'd have to think about that. I'd really have to think about that.
I mean, it can be done and done well, but he doesn't even watch TV. What does he know? I'm so sorry for my cat, guys, by the way. I'm like, I can't even open the door for him. How many instruments do you play, by the way?
How many instruments? I mean, mainly keyboard. The first instrument I played was drums. So like keyboard, drums, guitar, but I mostly use keyboard. That's the one I actually like utilize, I guess you'd say. Yeah, I have a guitar sitting back there, but I feel like I never do anything with it.
Yeah, I have guitars sitting over there, and I have no idea what anything is over there. But it's not mine, it's my brother's, but he doesn't use it either.
He doesn't?
Yeah.
Can you play anything?
Nope.
Do you have any desire to learn?
I have a desire to learn bass guitar. I have a desire for that, but I don't have a bass guitar.
Yeah, I love this. That would be fun. Like this, I love the sound of bass guitar, like an electric bass guitar.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
You should start a band, get some people together, and
I'd do like a all-girl band.
Do you know what's funny? Like, a few years ago, I was playing at this college radio in Athens, Ohio, and like, so yeah, I was doing a live performance there, and I was talking to all the kids, like they were super young, like freshmen, I think, at the college, and I was kind of just like, "What are you into?" And I was expecting to be into all this, like, you know, like computer music, like Sophie and all, just like more like modern leaning stuff. But they were all like, "Yeah, we're big into like the Shins and like Pavement or not Pavement, but like Interpol, like early 2000s, like indie rock." And it just made me think, like, what?
Were they gay? I don't know if that's controversial to ask.
No, not all. Not all of them, at least.
Not all of them.
Basically, my point is that I was just thinking that, you know, that like rock and roll stuff, I was thinking had maybe died off a little bit with the younger generation, but it was like they were all way into it, and so yeah, rock and roll endures, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, and you were saying you wish more electronic music had My Chemical Romance in it, so
yeah, or like just rock in general.
Yeah.
So Enrail asks, music theory, yes or no?
A little bit. Just like not. I took one music theory class, like so I didn't go to high school. Like I'm a high school dropout, but later on in life, I took a few like community college classes at in Dayton, where I grew up, and I took one music theory class there. which was like an eye-opening experience. Yeah, so I guess I can tell that story. Like, yeah, I entered this music theory class, and everyone else in the class was like in the program, like in the school's music program, and like so they had an instrument. They were like an instrument major, I guess you'd say, and they all were this group. They all would take like voice training classes together and just basically doing the whole program together. And I was just taking like a one-off class, like literally just paying like out of pocket just to take this single class. And so yeah, I felt really insecure. Like I don't know these people. Like they're this group. They all know each other. Like I'm gonna be terrible. They're all gonna be like surpassing me and making me look stupid. And so we had one assignment that was to like write a piece using some like basic harmony stuff we had learned. And then the teacher was gonna play it in the class after we had written it. And so I was super nervous, like I'm gonna look like an idiot, like all these people's pieces are gonna be way better than mine. And so we played mine first, and like it was fine. Everyone listened, and then they started playing everyone else's pieces, and they were just like
terrible,
god awful. like unintentionally avant-garde, just like no intuition, just like some of the worst shit I've ever heard.
You're the only one who got an A.
But basically my point is, yeah, they like there's two minds about music. Like there's people who like these people, they just wanted to perform, like they wanted to be in an orchestra. You know, they wanted like that side of music. Whereas to me it was the composition, the like feeling aspect. I don't know. I was like more of a fan, I guess you would say. And I feel like when you listen to music a lot, you just develop a certain intuition about music. And I feel like in certain contexts, that intuition is like the most crucial part for me about being an artist, at least.
Yeah,
That's all.
I've heard of people who get like degrees in music and they go nowhere with it. And I hear people who don't have degrees in music and they go far. And it's like, is it really necessary? I mean, it helps, but is it necessary? And I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's not. It's kind of just whatever you want to do. Like at this point, I feel like at this point I would love to like go to college and take classes. I just think it'd be fun at this point.
Did you know that when you reach a certain age, you can go to college for free?
Like auditing?
I think when you're like in your 60s, you could just take classes. Just so you want.
Oh, damn.
Apparently. I remember hearing that when I was in college.
I'm not quite there yet. But
No. It was just like a fun fact. The more you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I was told that. Don't quote me on it. But yeah.
You know something I just learned is that if you make more than like I think like $37,000 a year, that most hospitals will pay your hospital bills for you.
Really?
Yeah. Like you just have to call and request financial assistance, but it's because I just did this, and I had never realized it before. But like, it's insanely easy, and they just will pay your hospital bill.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, a tip for the chat.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I have a controversial question.
Okay.
Who do you like better, Tech or James?
You have to define like.
Who do you talk to more? Who do you put more
That's my
effort
way.
into?
That's my way of avoiding the. My way of answering that question is just to break down the question until it just doesn't mean anything.
You could always just say, like, I love them equally.
I will put it. I feel like I became friends with James first. Like, I would go to his apartment when we were young. I guess he was maybe a few years, yeah, he was a few years older than me, I think. So it would have been when he was like a few years out of high school, I guess. He had this apartment in Dayton, like kind of overlooking Dayton, and I would go over there and like we'd just like watch Star Wars or like make music on the computer, just like get high and listen to music.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that was.
How did you guys meet?
So we met. Well, we all lived in Dayton, and went to the same high school, but I dropped out of high school in 9th grade. So we really met, we met, I guess, through school, but we really like got to know each other because we had bands that would just, play. So there was only not many venues in Dayton for like high school kids or like teenagers to be playing. So it's like we intersected that way just by being in these bands and playing together. And yeah, we just realized it was like when you live in a small town like that and you meet people who are like on a similar wavelength, like even a little bit, it's like holy shit, like this is like earth shattering. Like I can't believe there's other people who feel and think like me. And it's kind of like intoxicating in a way.
Yes, I totally agree. I love when that happens.
Yeah, especially when they're that young. Like, yeah, it's just a great feeling. So, so yeah, we had, and they were in this band called The Sailing, who I feel like they were just very tight group, and like they had their own little bubble. And yeah, I would kind of be poking into their bubble a little bit sometimes. Like we would, we'd make music together. Like me and James made a few things together. Like we made an album that never came out or something. I can't even remember. It's been so long. But yeah, ever since then we've kind of just like been in each other's orbit and like.
Is he the Samwise Gamgee to your Frodo, or Frodo to your Samwise Gamgee?
I had to think about the Lord of the Rings analogy. No,
they're best friends.
I mean, I feel like James and Tech would be, in their minds, would be maybe Sam and Frodo.
And you're Pippin or
No,
not Pippin.
I would be like, I would be like Legolas or something.
Hell yes, dude.
From the books, not from the movies.
I'm sorry I'm mentioning that. I literally watched Lord of the Rings last night, so I'm like still on that high again. I love those movies.
What did you watch the extended edition?
Oh my god, I told Tech that I've only watched the original, and he was like, wow, so you haven't actually seen it.
There is a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? When we were talking about influential stuff a little bit ago, like when I was really young, I was like hardcore obsessed with Lord of the Rings. Like,
Same. Me too. I would reenact the movie in my room, literally.
that's awesome. Yeah, like I think that was like my dad read that to me when I was super young, like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. So like before I could even read or write. So yeah, I was hardcore into it. Like I should get these out sometimes, but I have drawings of. I tried to draw like every single character from the Lord of the Rings mythology. So I have this like huge folder of childhood drawings of like Saruman and like.
That's so sick. Do you have
like,
any
even,
near
like,
you?
Not near me. They're in my apartment, but I'd have to. I guess I could
dig.
go. I'd have to go grab them all.
Aw.
But yeah, even like characters from like the Silmarillion and stuff, like just all these obscure characters. Like I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to find them and show some to you later.
Yep, please. I would love to see that. I didn't actually do any drawing, so I mean, I could reenact the movie for you if that's what you want. That's all I have. But you know, since Equip's here, that he gives me Lord of the Rings vibes, and that's another reason I love Equip.
Oh, is Kevin here? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, your Lux really awesome.
Yeah. Hi, Lux. All right. Let's.
What's your favorite of the movies?
The Return of the King. That one always like my heart's beating. Yeah.
Yeah, the part where Aragorn is like tells the hobbits like. Sorry, yeah, that's I live near train tracks, so
You're
that's
fine.
what that's. Yeah, when he's like, you never bow or like never bow to anyone or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That part like makes me cry every time, I feel.
Yeah, at the very end where Aragorn is like king, and yeah, hell yeah.
What about the Hobbit movies though?
Okay, so here's the thing. I've read The Hobbit and The Fellowship of the Ring. Those are the only two books that I've read. I read The Hobbit 3 times. Once for school. I really love The Hobbit. And I feel like I couldn't read the Lord of the Rings trilogy because I watched the movies. I think that's the reason why I can't get through them. But The Hobbit, when I saw the fucking movie, I was like, fuck you guys. This is you made this so Hollywood, and no. Like, why was there a love interest between an elf and a dwarf? First of all, there was no love interest in the book. Why was that necessary? It gets me mad.
Go off on it. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the must have been maybe the second one. Me and my partner Ellen, we went to see it in the theater, but we saw like something we'd always do is just go to the theater and see like 2 or 3 movies in a row. So we saw 12 Years a Slave, and then we saw the second Hobbit movie. And it was just like, The Hobbit is just utter garbage. Like, especially in that context, it was just like, no, I can't. It was like an Xbox game cutscene for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which I guess having said that, like, that actually sounds cooler than the movie, now that I say that out loud. Like, I would rather watch an Xbox game cutscene than the second Hobbit movie.
Yeah.
Kevin asked, "Did you pay for all three?" No, you just pay for the first one and then just go to the other movies. That's how you make it worthwhile.
Once again, I'm going to recommend the cartoon version of The Lord of the Rings by Ralph Bakshi. Okay.
Oh yeah, those are like the rotoscoped ones.
I haven't seen.
There's also like there's another one's like by Rankin Bass or something. Mm-hmm. They did the like. Have you heard of those? If you just Google like Rankin Bass Hobbit, there's some incredible illustrations.
I have to look it up. I'm gonna, you know what? I am gonna write this down. So Rankin.
This is crucial information.
Yeah, like.
Here, I'm putting it in the chat.
Awesome.
There we go.
I love talking Lord of the Rings. My mind.
And Rayleigh says, I saw the third Hobbit movie with my friend and his family and then went back to his place. And his house got robbed. Damn, that's sad.
What? His house got robbed?
His friend's house.
Oh, Jesus. While he was watching the movie? While you were watching the movie, Unreally? Was it during the movie? Were you, like, scared? I'll wait for that one. Okay, so, I'm gonna look for... I have questions. I wrote down questions.
Yeah, you wrote them down? Good.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just... We can keep talking about the Hobbit if you want. I just was pausing in case the chat was getting sick of it.
Well, I wanna know you more. You know, I wanna... Let's get all your cards on the table. What music production software do you use, and why?
I use Logic and Ableton. I have in the past. I've used like Fruity Loops and Acid Pro a long time ago.
Acid Pro.
Yeah, I mean, it's like each has their own features, but it's kind of like whatever you're comfortable with is the best one. Like Ableton has really good pitch shifting. So like for a lot of the Death Dynamic Shroud, we use Ableton just because I don't know, it just gives like a cleaner sound when you're pitching things around. But you know, it's like I'm sure in a few years that things will, like Logic will evolve to that point too, and yeah. The chat is loving Acid Pro.
Acid Pro. I thought you were gonna say Acid Probe. That would hurt.
Acid Probe?
Yeah. Oh, Skeleton Lipstick used Acid Pro. He knows.
Yeah, that's old school. I feel like this is what I want in, because I feel like the evolution of DAWs or like music programs is going to be incredible. I feel like that's one area where like artificial intelligence will be just like insane. Like imagine if you could have a digital instrument where it just like opens up and there's a graphic interface of like you can choose a material. So you're like, I want water as the like base material, and then you choose another material, like I want like a wood block of this density, and that is going to be the striking material. And so it's like, you choose like whatever you're gonna hit water with wood essentially, and then you can be like, I want it in this environment, like in this kind of, like I want it in a cave, or I want it in a really dry room. And basically just to be able to like tweak those settings with a visual interface that is like AI assisted. I don't know. I just feel like I just have daydreams about that, because it's like some of that stuff you can kind of do already with physical modeling synthesis, but like it's just gonna get crazy, I feel like, in the next 10 years or more.
Have you thought of creating it yourself?
No, I'm not technical minded enough to do that. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have enough education, like math education, to do that.
Have you thought of getting a billionaire friend to support you by getting someone else to create it? Be like, yo, billionaire friend, get this make this happen.
Do you know any super rich people?
Nope. No.
Have you ever met like an ultra rich person, like billionaire type?
Billionaire type? No, I've met rich people from my high school actually, who sucked. But anyways, no, I actually have not.
My old boss, like when I worked at this like printing company, and my boss, or like I guess the CEO, was like really kind of the first just like sickeningly rich person I'd met. And it was, I mean, I don't mean to make this like a blanket statement for all rich people, but like it really did feel like I was interacting with like an extraterrestrial. Like I just feel like some people like that have this other world of like morality and ethics and just everything.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I started talking about this, but
I mean, I'm the one who mentioned rich people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh, I
Yeah, we need like
a question about your YouTube channel. You have this one video called Gestapo Horror. Why did you post that?
Holy shit.
It's from 2010.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was on my channel. That was like a friend I had in 2010. It was like her video. I was just uploaded it to my channel because she didn't have a YouTube channel. I didn't even realize it was still on there. Jesus,
yeah,
I need
still
to.
On there. I was like, this is interesting. Like,
what the hell? I can't even remember. Like, what happens in it?
Yeah, well, it's like her talking and doing stuff. And yeah.
Holy crap.
Interesting name, too.
Yeah, her name was Dory Madden. She does like architecture now, I think. But yeah. That was a friend from Dayton. That's crazy. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah. You also have videos of you working on art. You have like 2 or more videos.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue that? I think that was really cool.
Yeah, people ask me about that all the time, like do more tutorials.
I know it's a lot of time.
Yeah, it would. Those videos were just me kind of going through my Photoshop files, just like muting and unmuting layers. But yeah, I should do like a stream or something of just making things in Photoshop. I think people would
I would watch that. Everyone here better watch that if you do it.
It's so boring though. Like it's
not
boring.
I watch people make like fucking paint. There's so many things on Twitch that you could search, There are people who paint, do their makeup on stream, do their whole life like that. Like people will go like stream their like what they do in a day, and they'll just like make breakfast or blah blah blah. And people still watch this. It's not boring. Oh, well, to you it could be boring, but for someone else it could be like, ooh, cool. Like,
no, you're absolutely right, because I like watching that shit too. So,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I'll just watch someone do a painting for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just be like staring at the screen, like enthralled with it. So
Yeah.
I should do that.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I mean, if you're like on a project, like it doesn't hurt just to like hit like stream, like start stream and just like have it broadcast, and like who cares if anyone watches, and people just start watching.
That's true. I get really self-conscious though, and like,
but you're so cool.
Wit Music.
Well, that's
Wit Music that was the first time I ever heard Keith's voice. I assume the tutorial video.
Don't make me into cum. Just don't. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I should do a stream.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And you are awesome.
I feel like it would reveal a lot of, like, because the way I work is usually I'll make a collage first. So like, I'll get on stock websites and just, like search a bunch of images and make a collage, or just like do a Google image search. And then I basically just like copy that stuff. So I always feel like this like weird internal, like very slight guilt, like that I'm not a better illustrator, essentially. I mean, I know everyone, like most artists use reference, but I think I just wish I was a better illustrator, and that I could just be like, draw a person from 3/4 view, like in this position, and just draw it off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not that good. Like I have to look up reference and stuff. So
well,
I feel like that's the boring part that I wouldn't want people to see.
I still feel like everyone would be like, this is cool. Well, Keith, like everyone, I mean, I like Giant Claw and like all your creations on Orange Milk, like all the album art you do is like fucking fantastic, and to see that like you being like creating, even if it's like slow and stuff, I feel like people would be like, holy shit.
That reminds me, I said I could send you some like some images. I should send you something I'm working on if you want to like put it on Twitch. Is that possible?
Yeah, let's see if it's possible. I'm like,
all right, let's
newbie, but I think I can make it work.
Actually, this might take too long to find this damn image. Oh, here it is.
Are you okay, Unreal?
What's he saying?
Weightlifting accountant.
What?
Well, Enrel's like saying, I feel kind of sick, like feverish and lethargic. This shit blows, and I hope I don't have COVID. And then Kevin, World of Equip, is like, how about weightlifting accountant? And I have no idea what he's talking about right now.
I feel like so many.
I don't know.
I feel like I know more and more people who are getting COVID.
Oh my god, same.
Like, it feels like it's just closing in slowly. Fuck It Go is a curse version of Your thumbnail from the past chill stream. Did you get the picture I sent?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna get this on here, don't worry. Talk about whatever while I do this. I'm like, oh, the Grania.
Alright, let me bring up the chat here.
I got it.
Too much not enough. It says God refuses to kill me.
Okay, I have the art on screen now.
Oh, cool.
This is so fucking sick. Guys, look at this.
Yeah, this, like, I'm working on this for an orange milk cover, but, like, this is just a tiny part of it, basically.
So there's more? That's
yeah. Well, this is one element that is, like, finished.
I would get this tattooed. This is, like, sick.
Yeah. That would be a good tattoo.
It would be. Yeah. You know, I don't know if I can. I have heavy black heart. I think James made it, but I have the heavy black heart tattoo. I can't do it. I tied my knot. I do. I'm like, I don't want to.
Weird. You can't show it on screen.
Let me see. Okay, so my shirt is like really tight, but I'm like trying not to show that my non-existent pants. Do you kind of see it? I'm fat.
The Twitch is on a lag, so I'm gonna see it in like a minute and a half.
That's okay. Well, I got heavy black heart, the face and just the lining tattooed on me. And
okay,
I think it's like really sick.
Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah. I was like, I saw someone get a DDS tattoo and I was like, I want one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I love it so much. I don't have many tattoos. This is my third tattoo that I got and I fucking adore it. And I adore heavy black
Now you need to get that one colored in. Get it colored in, is that?
Yeah. I want like all black tattoos too.
That's fair.
I don't know though. I'm like, I don't know. I like the whole like all black tattoos look, but I also like color. But the look is so.
In the chat, luxury Melissa says, "Can you turn this into a Winamp skin, Keith? For the love of God." So actually, that it was a Winamp skin. Like, I was just using a super obscure Winamp skin as a reference, and I just kind of like I added the stuff in the middle and kind of tweaked it. But yeah, like the base reference of that was an old Winamp skin. There's some crazy. Winamp was like an old audio player, like pre-iTunes, I think.
Hell yeah.
And Riley says, "I'm getting the World War Olympics double penis tattooed on me."
That would be really awesome, babe. Do it.
Do you think that cover looks like a double penis? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh wait, from World War Olympics. Yeah, sorry, I was like, wait, which? Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm gonna bring that up now. I have to look it up.
It's supposed to just be Olympic rings, but.
I just chroma keyed your photo, your image. I wanted to see what it looked like.
Yeah, someone needs to get that as a tattoo now.
Yeah.
Two penis, three balls. I feel like I'm derailing the stream by making you look up and just like do a bunch of technical work.
It's fine. Alright, guys. Does this look... Oh my god, it totally does look like a double penis. This is like kind of not great quality. It's kind of blurred, but... Oh, yeah. But it's okay. I got it off Google. Alright, what do you guys think? Is that a double penis? What do you think, Keith?
Or I think it looks like Olympic rings stretched out.
Yeah, definitely. But if you had your grotesque brain on, grotesque porn brain, I think it does.
Yeah, put your grotesque porn brain on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh wow, that was 2014. Wow, it's been so long.
Wow.
I feel like looking at all that old art, I just see things that I would have done differently.
I think it's
Like it's more
fucking sick. I love that album. That's like my favorite. That's my favorite album to go to. I love it. And
yeah,
Heroin.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you were in Florida, did Tech play you any of the new Dust Dynamic Shroud stuff?
Yes. Yeah. We drove around
What'd
listening to Dust Dynamic Shroud.
What'd you think of?
I thought it was fucking sick. I was like, what
Good.
the fuck? This is so cool.
Did you talk about this on Tech Stream already?
I don't think so. On Tech Stream, we talked about like, I wasn't actually talking. I was like, I'm here in the back because there weren't enough chairs, and it was like supposed to be like N-Rail and Tech, and I was just there because I had to drive N-Rail there.
Oh shit! So you just chill in the background.
Yeah. Tech
N-Rail
played
says Tech played
Yeah,
6 songs from the new album. It was so fucking amazing. I cried. I laughed too. That's
Yeah.
good. I wonder what you laughed at. There's plenty of silly shit, I'm sure.
At the fuck you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Wit Music says Jim.
I was like really. I felt so fucking lucky. I was like, oh my god. I can't believe I'm hearing this. And, yeah. Tech also gave us like a lot of like tapes and like vinyl and stuff. He's so sweet. He's such a sweetie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't even have like I was gonna take the what was it, SeaWorld 2, but then James sent it to someone, so I don't even have any of the new mixtapes.
Yeah. Aww.
Someone sent me their copy.
Aww.
Wit Music, send me all your music club tapes.
If you guys want to start asking like questions, go ahead. Fill the chat with questions. Q&A time.
Shiro City says, do you support Tech Honors being fired from Dust Dynamic
Oh
Shroud?
my god.
I'd have to like assess the evidence against his.
Okay, so it was on Dino Hour, and James comes into the room, and he's like, just by the way, you're fired. And yeah.
Oh, I think that was when we were recording in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I support that. I mean, it's only a matter of time before Tech gets canceled, so.
Tech
too
has
much,
too
or
much
too
power.
enough, too enough, not much says, when are we gonna get the Oops All Keith DDS album? I don't
Yes,
know, sometime.
that would rock.
It's some, yeah, it's in the back of my mind, but I feel like now that Tech quit his job, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's so much there, James and Tech's like livelihood, basically, that I always feel a little bit cautious about like interrupting or like intruding on that too much. Do you know what I mean?
But you added so much. Weren't you worked on I'll Try Living Like This with James, and Tech wasn't involved, right? Because
Yeah, me and James. So me and James did I'll Try Living Like This, and then before that, the Evangelis or
Neon.
Evangelis.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the canon pronunciation.
Yeah.
Even I don't know.
Neon Evangelion Neon Jealous. That's the name of the album.
But yeah, back then it was just like, it's hard to explain what it was. It was just like pure like fucking around, having fun, like no pressure. Like there was no one paying attention. It was just like, we were just kind of like trying something out, like experimenting basically. And then I feel like the whole project turned like ballooned into this huge thing. And yeah, it's just bizarre. It's like, out of all the things I've done, I just never expected that that I'll Try Living Like This particularly would have like hit a nerve like that, I guess you'd say.
It's fucking amazing. And yeah, I mean, you bring so much to the plate. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. So I think, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun at some point to try one by myself, but I don't know. It's just like gotta be the right time, I guess.
Yeah.
After Tech and James are like make a lot of money and are rich people, then I will make the solo DDS album.
And then make a lot of money with them. Okay, NRL says, Keith, what's your favorite warp mode in Ableton?
I feel like I usually start with like, if I want a real clean stretch, I feel like it's the re-pitch mode. Otherwise, like Complex Pro, and then you just play with the formant. I believe that's what it is. Is that right? Oh, let me look. Yeah, there's a lot of questions in chat here.
Also, what's your favorite K-pop group, and why is it AOA? Says Unreal.
It actually is not AOA.
I was gonna ask you about.
I think my. What?
I was gonna ask you about K-pop too.
Oh yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Man, I really like EXO.
Oh, same.
I think they're better than. Incredible.
Yeah, I think they're better than BTS.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. Yeah. I'm not actually huge into BTS, but
yeah.
I really like SHINee. I think that's how you say it. They have my favorite like front to back K-pop album. What's it called? It's One of One is the album by SHINee. Yeah, if you haven't heard that one, it's so good.
No.
I really like Exit. I don't know. There was a lot of like, I feel like 2017 was like the year I got really hard into K-pop.
Why did you get into
I just
K-pop? Like, how did you?
how I think just being into pop music in general. Like I always liked, because I was way into anime, so it was like I was into J-pop, and then I feel like the earlier K-pop was more borrowing from like American, like a lot of New Jack Swing influence and like Michael Jackson influence. It was almost as if like the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC had like kept evolving into modern times. So like that's kind of how I looked at like EXO, and I feel like that to me that was like the appeal of a lot of K-pop, was just like seeing where that kind of American New Jack Swing inspired boy band stuff or girl band stuff would go.
I think my favorite.
But also, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say my favorite K-pop group is like Perfume or something.
Perfume? Aren't they Japanese?
No, they're K-pop. Oh, Perfume. Yeah, Perfume is Japanese, but there's this one group that also has. Yeah, because Perfume did Flash. God.
Oh, is there a K-pop?
Yeah, I think, but maybe I'm completely wrong. But I've listened to most of their. Oh my god, I'm like blanking on it. Then I don't know. So Perfume is J-pop. You're right. I love Perfume as well from J-pop.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say like another thing. Around like 2011, I remember I randomly stumbled on this like, I think it was like a news article about, I don't know if it was a K-pop idol or maybe it was just like a model, a Korean model or something, but like it was about her suicide and just like a lot of the
oh my god, yeah,
like South Korean celebrity kind of like suicide epidemic. And I just remember reading that and just getting really interested in like the whole world kind of from that point of view. And honestly, I feel like reading that almost made me look into it more before I even knew exactly what the music sounded like. But it was like, yeah, what is it about this industry that's making all these celebrities like kill themselves? It's kind of.
I literally looked into it.
Kind
of they're treated so poorly by their companies and managers. Like there was this one thing, one controversy where like I think it was Blackpink where their manager like took all their money or something at one point.
Oh really? Jesus. Yeah, I watched the like Blackpink documentary, and you definitely get a bit of that in there, like the controlling nature, I feel like, of the studios or like the SM Entertainment and all the companies. Like the fact that they go through these like camps of like intense, like sometimes year-long training, and then like a lot of the people don't even enter into a group. I don't know, it's just like it's intense.
I meant Red Velvet, not Perfume. I just had to correct myself.
Okay. I could hear you typing. I figured you were looking that up.
I was looking it up, yeah. I was like
Red Velvet. I haven't heard that.
Really?
No.
They're fucking good. I like them. I recently got into K-pop. And I delved into
I'm writing it. I'll write it down. Red Velvet.
I like that.
Are they like newer or?
Yeah. Well, sort of. They've been around for a while. but I didn't know about them till recently. But I read into one of the girls. She was like overweight.
Oh, damn.
And she became super skinny all of a sudden, like super skinny, and yeah, and like she was like treated differently, and her name was like Wendy, I think, and I was like, oh fuck, like I love her specifically.
Yeah.
I want her to strive. Like it sucks the way that they're treated, the way that they have to fit this like standard is just so fucked up. Oh yeah, Luna's good. Luna's good. I
Yeah,
did
it's
like Luna.
fucked up. I feel like even in anime, it's like there's so much like fat shaming. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know if it's like a. I mean, it obviously is probably a somewhat of a cultural thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I guess with any celebrity industry, it's like there's a decent amount of fat shaming going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was really bad. um, back uh, back then, I've been like watching so many documentaries on celebrities. I literally recently watched like a documentary on like Lindsay Lohan and how she was like super skinny and like everyone.
Mm.
So she gained a few pounds, and everyone was calling her fat. And then she became really, really skinny, and everyone was like, "Look at this skeleton." It's
Yeah.
like, oh god. Ugh.
If only we could all be just like this
Yeah.
abstract ideal body type. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Maki.
I can hear your cat.
um. Yeah.
Favorite visual artists? Well, I'm way back. I'm way behind in the chat here. Jeez, I can't. Oh, that reminds me. One more thing about celebrity stuff. Did you see the like Army Hammer,
The
like cannibal
cannibal?
stuff?
Yeah! And he had like a private Instagram where he posted like weird shit.
That was like. I mean, it's like crazy, but it was part of it was just cracking me up, like just the absurdity of it.
I
That
didn't
like
read any like into it. Like what else happened?
I mean, he was just then like his ex-girlfriend was like he's a fucking cannibal. Like he wanted to barbecue me and eat me.
Fuck.
Like what the fuck? Like yeah, it was wild.
Armie Hammer, like he's been in Disney films. He looks like such a nice guy. And he's so
Yeah, but you can't.
insane.
No, he looks crazy. His eye. If you look into his eyes, it's like there is a
He's
cannibal in
dead
there.
A cannibal in there. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this. Oh my god, I literally lost the question that I was gonna say.
So I was gonna answer favorite visual artist.
That's good.
I can't answer that. I don't know. There's too many. I'll go with I love a lot of the like old Japanese airbrush artists. Let me find someone I like who's newer. Have you ever seen Jamie and Giuliano Villani? She's a painter. Let me type it in the chat. I really love her stuff. Yeah, so I'll say that. That's my favorite artist right now. I also love Dave Shen. Find him on Instagram. He's super good. Yeah, there's too many.
You were at
Let's
Sego's
see.
question. Okay. Enra
Should we just go
asked.
down the list of questions?
Yeah. Keith, if you could show one of your songs to Skrillex, which song would it be?
That's funny. Did I almost went to meet with Skrillex.
No fucking way. What?
Like he wanted me to do an album cover.
That's insane.
I was talking to like his manager or something, and they were like, can we like fly you to LA to like hang out with Skrillex and like have him just like show you the new tracks and then you do an album cover, but I was like, I can't. I just can't do that. Like the idea of going down there and just like hanging out with Skrillex posse, I don't know.
Oh
I feel like maybe my like social anxiety was flaring up, but it was like it felt like a total like nightmare scenario.
Aww.
So I could not do it.
That's totally understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
But if I could show one song, I would say maybe Soft Channel 7. I'd show that one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, Lex Elite says, I don't have a question, just telling you I love you. And B, I fangirled hard when you asked me to release TV Party with you because I was honored and hyped you were going to do the artwork. Aww. Lex.
I love Lecture Elite too, yeah. And something I'll say about that, I think I've told her this before, but like around when that Lecture Elite album came out, I feel like I was just kind of really busy and just like didn't have the time I wanted to put into that album cover. So like I was always disappointed with that album cover. And when I did the art for her and the Skeleton Lipsticks project, I feel like the cover I did for that was what I had wanted to do for the TV Party album. So yeah, I'll just put that out there.
Aww. But still amazing. Alright, Wit Music asks, if you don't tell what Billy Idol sample you used for Jealous, I will stone cold stun your ass in the next 5 minutes.
I don't even ask James. It was we were looking through James's CDs, I think, and he had a Billy Idol album, and I can't even remember. So ask James.
Enril asks, Keith, have you ever cried to your own music?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, usually I am not satisfied with a piece of music I make until like it makes me cry, essentially. so yeah, like that's like my inner barometer of if this is good or not. So yeah,
I love
pretty
hearing.
Much.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say
just,
I love hearing. Well, sorry. I'll shut up.
No, yeah, it happens all the time. So yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I love hearing about like what people like do to that like makes them think like a song is worthy. I had Blashy on here, and he has to listen to the song on cassette, and if that sounds good. And that's interesting. Like, so you know a song is good. Does it make you feel like emotional and stuff? That's cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's really, and sometimes I feel like it's not accurate always. I mean, it's accurate to the like moment I'm hearing it, but like
Mm-hmm.
basically I'll take songs off albums because I make the song and it just doesn't like hit me. Um, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with this song. Like it's not making me feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I listen to it like half a year later, and I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Like I really like this song. Like I should have used this. Like I made this track. I think it's on my SoundCloud called Soft Target, and I made it around the time of Soft Channel. But for some reason, it just like wasn't hitting me, and I cut it from the album. But now listening to it years later, I kind of wish I'd put it on there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like your perception changes
Yeah.
really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're all constantly changing as humans and evolving our taste and stuff.
Yeah, it's like even 1 month to the next, it's like I feel like that with like belief systems too. It's like it's kind of crazy how quickly just like some of our fundamental beliefs or like ethics can be flipped around in like a fairly short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like human beings are very malleable creatures, and thinking that we're in like a solid position is probably never accurate. I guess I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
where I'm going
never
with that.
accurate. No, you're right. No, you're right. Because, atoms, they're constantly moving, and we're made out of atoms. And if we get into that, it's like we are
That's
constantly
true.
moving and changing. Yeah. All right.
Damn, we're way behind in the chat.
Yeah, I'm like, looking for a question. Keith, this isn't I don't think this is a question. I think it's just, he's telling you. Keith, listen to Ice Cream Cake by Red Velvet. You'll be in for a surprise.
Who sang that?
Oh, yeah, because Ice Cream Cake is a sample that was used in DDS.
Was that on the like live from Japan?
I don't remember. Nathan would Nathan would know. Nathan. I forget. I just know that, yeah, that's a sample that was used.
All right, I'll
DS Dude 500 asked, Keith, how do you avoid artist block when making your illustrations?
usually I'm on a deadline, like because like I said, I make a living from visual commissions, and so it's like when when you're like when someone is like relying on you to finish something, the whole idea of like an artist block doesn't even really come up. It's like you do it or you're screwed. So for visual stuff, like I just fight through it. It's just like I sit down and I do something, and even if it sucks, like I just have to power through. With music, I'm way more susceptible to like artist block stuff. And in that case, I usually just chill out for a while and like don't do anything and just let the inspiration return naturally. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Just Enrail asks, Keith, when was this that Skrillex wanted to make an album cover for you? Oh, when was it?
It was. I think it was. It was before COVID, so it must have been like late 2019, maybe. I can't remember. It was an EP that the album came out. I feel like it had like a frog on the cover. I don't
You
know.
could have
Someone
done
will
it
have to find
better.
it. Hypnogossip, celeb gossip.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been so fucking cool to see, though. Like, your art with, like, Skrillex would have been so cool. Holy fuck.
I mean, a lot of, honestly, like, a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of young art directors who just, like, go on Instagram and kind of see who has followers, and I don't know. Like, I've gotten a lot of emails from, like, pretty established artists, but they never usually pan out because I feel like they're just emailing like 50 people and kind of seeing who has the lowest, like who will work for the lowest rate, who's like willing to give the most. I don't know. It's kind of like a vulturistic process in the
That
commission world.
sucks. Because they have, like, millions of dollars. They could pay, like, top
Yeah.
dollar. But I mean, at the same time, like, it also gives people who are newer an opportunity to, advance and stuff. But I mean, that's
Yeah.
just, yeah,
Yeah, there's
whatever,
that
I
side of it.
guess.
I mean, it is kind of absurd. Like, even like a place like Apple Music will pay um just like maybe like $1,000 or less, or like the New York Times will pay like $500 for a piece. And it's like, when I first started doing commissions, like that amount of money is like seemed absurd. Like, that's an amazing paycheck. But then I'll start thinking about it, like, these are multi-billion-dollar
Mm-hmm.
companies and they're paying like what to them is like less than pennies.
Mm-hmm.
um and what they're paying for is basically your like identity, like your visual look. They're trying to like use that to promote their brand, and it's like, yeah, sometimes it's I don't know, it's just like the capitalist machine. It can really like wear you down sometimes, I guess is what I'm trying to say, when you
Yeah,
really think about it and think of like what's actually going on behind everything.
yeah. I've become, like, more and more, like, anti-capitalism. is
Did you say you have become more and more?
Yeah, anti-capitalism. I mean, I'm not a communist, but I would say I'm for socialism.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the ideals of communism, like, I'm totally for it's, but the
Mm-hmm.
words have been like, I don't know, it's like all the examples of communism that we usually get
Mm-hmm.
are communists mixed with like extreme dictators. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, is the Cultural Revolution of like 60s China like actual communism, or is it just like these like ideals mixed with like a dictator's uh,
Yes.
kind of like quest for power? Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yes.
we can have, like, we're always going to be screwed if the person in charge is like a fascist piece of shit.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright. Well, moving on past politics. Keith, do you ever feel like you have ownership or that you made the Death Dynamic Shroud music that you had no part in? Like, wait, what? Okay. Keith, do you ever feel like you have ownership or that you made the Death Dynamic Shroud music that you had no part in?
uh,
Oh! Like, will you listen to
no,
Regret and be like, damn, I made this?
no, I don't feel ownership over the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
um
Do you feel like
I
you're like
mean,
I'm a part of this in somewhat way?
Yeah, like I like seeing people. Yeah, I guess I do. I like seeing people like talk about and praise other Death Dynamic Shroud albums that I wasn't on, just because. Yeah, so I guess in some sense I do feel a part of it, but it's certainly not like an ownership thing. I guess. I don't know if it's just me like appreciating my friends' recognition, or if it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it might just be that.
Yeah. I'm gonna do one more question because we have like a few minutes left. Codex Encyclopedia asks, Keith, do you ever put on any films or TV on mute while working on music or illustrative art? And if so, what?
No, I never. I'm the type of person who, like, if I'm watching a movie or a show or whatever, I really just want to focus on it 100%. Um, so I have trouble just like having a show on and working. Like a lot of times, I'll just be at my computer in Photoshop and just like total silence, just like working away. Um,
Wow.
but no, usually I'll just have like some music on, I guess. But I can't do films or TV.
I watch anime dubbed. Well, like,
When you're working on stuff.
yeah. That's why I'm like, yo, dubbed is okay. I mean, come on. Like, it's okay when you're working and stuff. Well, there are some dubs that are better than subs. Okay?
Like what?
Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon.
I was just gonna say Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
I watched that in dub for the first time through, and that has a really good dub, I will say. Yeah.
Yeah, and Black Lagoon, that shit is so good dubbed because there's so many like different people, not just Japanese. There's like one Japanese character. There's Russian, there's German, there's Mexican, I believe. Yeah, or Latin American woman who's a nun and she's badass, and they all have like accents, which you can't translate in Japanese like they do in English. So.
And this is Black Lagoon. I've never seen that.
Oh, it's good. It's real good. I recommend.
There's the show Berserk has the worst dub I've ever heard. Like it turns it into 100% different show.
Oh,
it's
no.
like it sounds like it's this like ultra serious, like really intense show, and the dubs are like Dragon Ball Z or something. It's kind of crazy.
Could literally talk about anime like for 300 years.
We did a considerable amount of time talking about anime, I guess.
Yeah. So it's 10. Do you wanna promote anything? I'm gonna put your stuff in there.
Yeah, oh, you got all my links there. Yeah. Yeah, just I don't have anything coming up immediately, but later this year, yeah, like I said, I'll have a new album, and I think I'm gonna do like a live album also, because I have all these live recordings from 2018 from when I was touring, and I think I might put those together and like do a live tape or something.
That would be sick. Or VHS?
Yeah. No, like a cassette tape or like a music audio
I'm saying
tape.
like VHS, like also on VHS. Like that's what I meant. Possibly.
Oh,
that would be cool.
Are there labels doing VHS releases?
Mesh did a VHS release.
Oh, that's right. And James did one too
Yeah.
for the virtual Utopia
Yeah.
experience.
I actually have a VCR. So cool. I love that
Oh,
shit.
you have a. I do not have a VCR, so
I have old movies.
my car has a tape. I feel like if my car didn't have a tape player, I would just like stop putting out cassette tapes.
Really? You have a
No,
car with
not
a
really.
tape player?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
that's like where I listen to music, or at least I did before the last year or so.
That's cool.
High Society
I
is
miss
coming
that.
on Broadway. Genius Keith.
Join us, Keith.
Awesome. Oh, so Bodway, that's the place that does the VHS.
Hell yeah. Well, anyways, I'm gonna promote my next stream. I have 2 streams this week. So I am going to do a stream with Frank Jafsey on Wednesday. Woo, Frank Jafsey! And the Prince on Sunday. Woo! Yeah. Okay.
Who's the Prince?
One of my friends, we're gonna podcast it up. He makes music as well.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you.